Hello, Philadelphia. The Eagles are a day or so away from kickoff, so welcome. You know it's time for the Seth Joyner Show. What a long offseason it's been. After 7 long months without football, your Philadelphia Eagles are ready to take flight in 2024-25, with high hopes, of course. We're all anxious to erase last year's collapse from our memories. And with a massive upgrade at offensive coordinator, defensive coordinator, and a revamped roster, expectations and hopes of another Super Bowl run are palpable. It's time for my breakdown. The last 6 weeks of 2023-24 left a bitter taste in everyone's mouth. After a 10-1 start and high hopes, the Birds came crashing down into a heap of rubble. They dropped 5 of the last 6, including a blowout loss to the Tampa Bay Bucks in the wild card round. Fast forward to the offseason, after the retirement of Birds legends Jason Kelce and Fletcher Cox, and the parting of ways with 2 defensive coordinators and 1 offensive coordinator, Howie Roseman went to work. The first move was to hire DC Vic Fangio. The Birds have coveted Vic for the last 5 or 6 years. No more branches, no more leaves. We got the tree now. His no-nonsense approach of holding players accountable will be just what the doctor ordered to revive and restore a formidable contending defense. Howie then brought safety Chauncey Gardner-Johnson back into the fold, back where he belongs. The addition of Isaiah Rodgers, draft picks Quinion Mitchell and Cooper DeJean, another year of experience for Keely Ringo and Eli Ricks, and hopefully a healthy Avonte Maddox. The Eagles now have depth and competition in the secondary like they haven't had in quite some time. With the addition of Devin White, Zach Bond, draft pick Jeremiah Trotter Jr., and hopefully a healthy Nakobe Dean, there should be enough competition at that position for playing time to force an upgrade at a position that's been overlooked for a long, long time. The linebacker position should be a strength this year. The biggest question mark for me will be the defensive front, which is full of youth. Jalen Carter should take a leap towards dominance this year. Jordan Davis has to step up his game, and Milton Williams has big shoes to fill with the departure of Fletcher Cox. My main concern is the outside pass rush, the loss of Hassan Reddick, and how to replace his 27 sacks over the last 2 years. The acquisition of Bryce Huff will be watched closely and scrutinized. He will be the guy counted on to fill the void. A Josh Sweat rebound will be necessary, and Nolan Smith has to step up big if we're going to get after opposing quarterbacks. Offensively, Kellen Moore takes over the play calling for this high-powered offense, which we all expect to dominate. Jalen Hurts is looking to bounce back from a turnover-riddled 2023, 15 interceptions and 6 lost fumbles. I'm not as concerned about Hurts as many are. The turnovers are fixable, and I believe he's motivated to get that right. The Eagles are loaded at the skill position with A.J. Brown, Devontae Smith, and the addition of Jahan Dotson, and the underutilized Dallas Goedert. The marquee signing, of course, is Saquon Barkley. It's a huge get for the Birds, creating balance and home run ability every single time he touches the ball. Rookie Will Shipley and Kenneth Gainwell will figure prominently in the offense as well. And lastly, as long as Michael Clay can keep the special teams on the uptick from last year, the Birds should provide an exciting season in 2024. Head coach Nick Sirianni, now in the CEO role, will have all eyes upon him to see if he can guide the ship and lead this young but loaded football team to a bounce-back season. On the other side of this break, I will continue to dig just a little bit deeper into the upcoming season and dissect further what the Birds need to do to realize their full potential.
When you open the Bet Park, Bet Parks.
Most people don't know how to get the care they need. The experts at Stay at Home Care can help. Before choosing a caregiver or family member for your care, you need to apply for the Home Care Program. The application process can be complicated. Stay at Home Care can help you navigate through every step. Once approved, your caregiver or family member will receive guaranteed weekly pay, a variety of medical benefits options, paid holidays, paid vacation, and overtime pay. Call Stay at Home Care, here to help every step of the way.
I'm in that mode. Stick to the code. I'm in my zone. Let's go. I'm back in my bag. I'm wrecking the wins and it's making them.
You've got your Sunday obsession, and we got you. Now with Verizon, get NFL Sunday Ticket from YouTube TV on us and get every out-of-market Sunday game. Plus $800 off Samsung Galaxy Z Fold 6. Only on Verizon.
See you Sunday.
At Pond Lehocky Giordano, we understand the impact an injury can have on your life. Our experienced attorneys have recovered billions of dollars for our clients, and we know we can do the same for you. One conversation is all it takes to help you and your family get back on track. If you've been injured at work, give Pond Lehocky a call.
Since 1893, Weber Display and Packaging has been Pennsylvania's leading manufacturer of corrugated packaging and displays. We're family-owned with 4 Philadelphia locations, 2 converting facilities, a warehouse, and a fulfillment center. Designed through delivery, we exceed customer needs. Weber Display and Packaging. Our core values drive everything we do. Come, join our team.
Welcome back. The obvious question mark for most is can and will Jalen Hurts bounce back from last season? As I said earlier, Jalen's biggest issues was turnovers. In 2021 and 22 combined, he had 15 interceptions. In 23, he had 15 interceptions and lost 6 fumbles. His passing yards were up, his passing touchdowns increased by 1, and his rushing touchdowns were up to 15 total. But 21 total turnovers are almost impossible to overcome. I am in no way absolving him of his play and decision making, but the fact that the coaching staff gave him no remedy for the blitz contributed in a massive way to his play. Also, the Eagles' reluctance to run the football, with Hurts obviously ailing, was also a mistake. In comes Kellen Moore with the task of further developing Hurts' skill sets and a more balanced attack. The utilization of the running backs out of the backfield and a passing attack that has Hurts making quick reads and getting the ball out of his hands quickly and into the hands of his weapons should solve much of what plagued him last year. A good rushing attack should force defenses to load the box to account for Saquon Barkley and open up the short passing game. A steady diet of moving the chains and scoring often should then yield the explosive down-the-field plays that the Eagles covet. Moore's propensity to utilize the entire field by running coordinated plays and attacking the middle of the field, something that they didn't do last year, should yield huge production by the wide receivers in particular and Dallas Goedert's star abilities. Defensively, Vic Fangio is old school in his approach. And over the last so many seasons, the bend but don't break approach that is so not Philadelphia seems to be a philosophy of the past. Cross fingers. He's not a heavy pressure DC, but he will speed up opposing quarterbacks' clocks with linebacker and slot cornerback blitzes. I like his mindset and accountability philosophy. He will not stand for a lack of effort, missed tackles, and blown assignments. I've listened to his press conferences, and he heaps little praises on players until they prove that they have earned it. His ability to disguise coverages, run simulated pressures, and a multitude of coverages should vastly improve every facet of this defense. The key players to watch: Carter must be dominant. Davis has to have a significant role in controlling the line of scrimmage versus the run, and Devin White has to be a playmaker. And I'm not talking about just tackles. He needs to be a force blitzing, in coverage, and versus the run. On the back end, can Isaiah Rodgers revive who he was before the suspension? And will CJ GJ provide the playmaking of 2022 when he posted 6 interceptions and was a great compliment to Reed Blankenship. And lastly, Bryce Huff, Nolan Smith, and Josh Sweat have to generate pressure on quarterbacks off the edge without the help of blitzing in their 4-man pass rush. After this break, Brad Feinberg is here to talk fantasy and betting as we prep for the 2024 kickoff.
You've got your Sunday obsession, and we got you. Now with Verizon, get NFL Sunday Ticket from YouTube TV on us and get every out-of-market Sunday game. Plus $800 off Samsung Galaxy Z Fold 6. Only on Verizon.
See you Sunday.
The Excite Center at Parks Casino, the region's hottest live entertainment venue. Check out your favorite concerts, comedy, boxing, MMA, all at the #1 casino in Pennsylvania. Don't miss Funny Man JB Smoove on Saturday, September 14th, plus Straight No Chaser on Friday, October 18th. Don't miss these 2 exciting headliners, only at the Excite Center inside Parks Casino. Parks Casino, this is how you win. This is how you win. Tickets on sale now.
And the next thing I knew, I woke up in a hospital bed.
Has a friend ever told you a story about an accident and someone says,
you should probably sue them.
forget your friend. Call Ponley Hockey Giordano.
We're an injury law firm that's recovered billions of dollars for our clients.
And with our vast network of attorneys throughout the country, we know we can do the same for you.
So if you've been injured in an accident, give Ponley Hockey a call.
One conversation is all it takes, and you won't pay a dime until we win.
This is Seth Joyner, top analyst for the Birds. I've also analyzed the best auto dealerships, and I drive a Davis Honda.
Get to Davis Honda now and fall into savings. Lease a new 2024 Prologue EV for just $299 per month. See why Davis Honda continues to win outstanding awards for sales and service, including the highest award from Honda, the President's Award, 2 years in a row. Fall into savings right now at Davis Honda. Feel the Davis difference at Davis Honda in Burlington.
I'm Seth Joyner, and I drive a Davis Honda.
At Revolution X, we know that fortunes are made in times of uncertainty. Are you selling your investment real estate? Are you interested in deferring your tax with a 1031 exchange? At RevX, we're experts in 1031 exchange planning and the use of passive real estate options using DSTs. Not in the midst of an exchange and want to invest in real estate but don't know where to start? Revolution X has institutional grade real estate options for any size investor right now. Set up a consultation at RevXWealth.com. RevX, defer the tax, maximize the gain.
This segment is brought to you by Bet Parks. Welcome back. Brad Feinberg joins me now to break down Week 1's fantasy and betting picks. Follow Brad at bradsbestbet.com on X. Brad, I know you're excited for the season as I am. How's it going, my friend?
It's great to be back, Seth. I'm excited. Look, should be a great Eagles year. I mean, Seth, you could argue this is maybe the most talented Eagles offense, dare I say, in the history of the franchise. But I can't wait for this year, and I'm excited to be on your show again and hopefully give some people some winning bets and also some winning daily fantasy picks, Seth.
All right, so let's jump right into it. Let's start with the fantasy side of things. What players in defense are you on for Week 1?
I'm going to give you some underrated players, Seth, and I'm going to start off with Washington Commanders quarterback Jaden Daniels. He's the 13th most expensive quarterback, Seth, but I see real value with him. Look, Jaden Daniels, as we know, won the Heisman Trophy. And what does he do, Seth? He runs the ball, maybe a little bit like Randall Cunningham back in the day. And with the way these fantasy scoring works is you want the quarterbacks who can run. Jaden Daniels, I think, can run for about 40 yards a game or whatnot. Being the 13th priced highest quarterback, I like him very, very much. I think he's a really good deal. Running back-wise, Chuba Hubbard. It's interesting, Seth. Chuba Hubbard, his last 6 games last year, had 23 or more rushes. 4 of those 6 games, Jonathan Brooks, who they drafted in the second round, is out for at least the first 4 weeks. He's not even being priced as one of the top 25 running backs this week. That's insane. Love him. Wide receiver-wise, this one's more of a field play, Seth, but I think Giants rookie receiver Malik Labers is going to be an absolute stud. Look, Daniel Jones stinks. We know that, but there's really no one else, no competition for him. I think he's going to be a target hog, not being priced in the top 20. Like him very, very much. And defensively, Seth, this one's a no-brainer to me. The cheapest defense on the entire board is the Carolina Panthers. They don't have a bad defense, number one, and the Saints stink offensively. So those are the people I'm backing this week, my friend.
So tell me, what players and defenses are you fading for this week?
Well, Seth, look, Anthony Richardson, not a ton of data on him, right? He only played like 3 or 4 games last year. They're pricing him like as a superstar. I think he's the 5th or 6th highest priced quarterback. I'm going to make him prove it to me that he's good. Watch him in the preseason. I know the preseason doesn't mean anything, but he did not look that good to me. I'm not paying up for that. Running back wise, Seth, look, Austin Eckler's had a great career. He really, really has. But Seth, he's the 12th most expensive running back going to Washington. I think Brian Robinson's the guy there. His elite Charger days of getting those 5 catches a game, running for 2 touchdowns a game, I think they're over with, Seth. No Austin Eckler for me. And look, it looks like I'm going to be picking on these ex-Chargers, but that's not my intention. A wide receiver, Keenan Allen, being priced in the top 10 still. I normally would love Keenan Allen, but Keenan Allen, they said gained 20 pounds, and I don't think it's the muscles, Seth. To me, look, now he's not the clear number one like he was in San Diego. I think DJ Moore is. I'm not paying up for him. And then defensively, look, the Chicago Bears are being priced as a top 5 defense. I don't get it. They don't have a great defense, Seth. And in addition, I think the Titans are going to be sneaky good offensively. I'm fading the Bears.
All right, my friend. So, you know, the first 4 weeks of the season is usually a crapshoot with new coaches and new systems. So give me 4 good picks for a parlay to kick off my betting season.
You got it, my friend. Look, I'm going to start out, Seth, like I talked about Anthony Richardson a little bit. I don't really trust him, but Seth, you know who I do trust? I trust C.J. Stroud. They're laying 2 points right now. If you could lay less than a field goal, I think the Texans are going to be really good. I think the hype on them is real. I think that they have a really, really good team. Love Dell, love Diggs, love Nico Collins, love C.J. Stroud. I think this will be a really good team, and I think they're just better than the Colts. I don't think the Colts are really that good defensively. And again, I don't really trust Anthony Richardson. Next set, this game I see is a 50-50 game. Jaguars are playing the Dolphins. Look, you don't get 3 points for home field anymore. I think these teams are pretty close to even. I really do. You want to give me over a field goal with Trevor Lawrence, who's in my opinion, Seth, a make it or break it year. And I still think Trevor Lawrence is good. I say he gets it done. I think this game's a 24-21, 27-24. Really close 50-50 game either way. I'm going to take the 3.5 points. This next game, Seth, I'm going to give you a total. I love under 42 points in the Steelers-Falcons. Look, Seth, this Pittsburgh team is going to stink offensively. But you know what they can do? They can play excellent defense. I'm expecting a lot of runs with Jalen Warren and Najee Harris. Russell Wilson, to me, is really shot way past his day. Look, I understand there's a lot of hype on Atlanta, and they're going to be improved offensively, no doubt about it. But Pittsburgh has a good defense. I'm saying this game is going to be like 6-3 at halftime. I really like the under in this game. And last, Seth, I'm going to give you one last game. Minnesota laying a point against the Giants. I think Minnesota is actually a decent team. I do. I love their skill players. I love getting Aaron Jones. I think he's terrific. I love Addison and Jefferson at receiver. And I know I can't show my work on this, but I have a weird feeling Sam Darnold's going to be mediocre. That's all I'm going to say, mediocre, better than his counterpart, Daniel Jones. I think the Minnesota Vikings win this one by double digits, my friend.
All right, my friend. Brad, thank you. It's always a pleasure, and I appreciate your time and your insights. Make sure you download the BetParks app. Like me, you love to play. You play to win. You bet. BetParks. Up next, my closing thoughts and prediction for Week 1's matchup, the Packers versus your Eagles in Sao Paulo, Brazil.
And the next thing I knew, I woke up in a hospital bed.
Has a friend ever told you a story about an accident and someone says,
You should probably sue them.
Forget your friend. Call Ponley Hockey Giordano.
We're an injury law firm that's recovered billions of dollars for our clients.
And with our vast network of attorneys throughout the country, we know we can do the same for you.
So if you've been injured in an accident, give Ponley Hockey a call.
One conversation is all it takes, and you won't pay a dime until we win.
You've got your Sunday obsession, and we got you. Now with Verizon, get NFL Sunday Ticket from YouTube TV on us and get every out-of-market Sunday game. Plus $800 off Samsung Galaxy Z Fold 6. Only on Verizon.
See you Sunday.
Pride, passion, and persistence. These are the values that drive us all at Ron Jaworski Golf. We strive to deliver outstanding conditions as well as playability for golfers of all ages and abilities. Our championship golf courses offer a variety of challenges, from a link-style walk along the river to an escape into the pines and everything in between. My team at Ron Jaworski Golf is committed to delivering memorable experiences every single day. See all we do at Ron Jaworski Golf.
Most people don't know how to get the care they need. The experts at Stay at Home Care can help. Before choosing a caregiver or family member for your care, you need to apply for the home care program. The application process can be complicated. Stay at Home Care can help you navigate through every step. Once approved, your caregiver or family member will receive guaranteed weekly pay, a variety of medical benefits options, paid holidays, paid vacation, and overtime pay. Call Stay at Home Care, here to help every step of the way.
Welcome back. I'm cautiously optimistic about this Eagles team. While on paper they look like a juggernaut, I believe in both Fangio and Moore. They're proven coordinators, no doubt, but neither will don a helmet nor shoulder pads. I believe that the Eagles brass still believes in Nick Sirianni as a head coach. He will have to CEO this team in a different role this year. As great of a job as Howie Roseman has done assembling this roster, re-signing vets, bringing on free agency, and winning the draft, it's up to this staff to cohesively bring this team together. How quickly can Jalen Hurts master another offense? How quickly can defensive players digest Vic Fangio's system and execute it? We are hearing of all the good things and all the right things from the players and the coaches. But when the rubber meets the road Friday night in Brazil versus the up-and-coming Green Bay Packers, we will see where they are and what they need to do to improve. The only thing that worries me about this game is that the starters haven't played very much football since January 15th, 2024, getting blown out 32-9 to Tampa Bay in the first round of the playoffs. I get it, injury preservation, but the Eagles have started slow the last 2 years despite even having won games. They haven't looked ready to play. The Green Bay Packers are a young team on the rise. Jordan Love almost got this team to the Super Bowl last year, and they're loaded on offense with 3 quality wide receivers that can make explosive plays from anywhere on the field. And the addition of Josh Jacobs at running back, this defense will be tested in the run game early. It'll be a stern test out of the gate for the Birds defense in every way. Offensively, I'm anxious to see what their identity will be. Will the game plan be to pass the football all over the yard, or will they utilize Saquon Barkley to set up the explosive passing game that they so covet? Kelsey is a big loss, but they will still have one of the biggest and best offensive lines in the National Football League behind the guidance of Coach Stoutland. Will Kellen Moore call a game that controls the clock, the line of scrimmage, and moves the chains, potentially scoring each and every possession? Or will they force the explosive play downfield? We'll find out at 8:15 on Friday night. The Packers' defense is their Achilles' heels. Now, they have some good players, but they should be no match for this Eagles offense if they impose their will upon them and dominate the line of scrimmage. I, like all of you, can't wait for kickoff. That's the show for tonight. Thanks for tuning in. I'll see you next week as we look back on hopefully a Birds victory and look ahead to Week 2's matchup versus the Atlanta Falcons on Monday Night Football. Good night, Philly, and fly, Eagles, fly.